If you have ever looked down at your dachshund and wondered whether that long little body truly understands how much you adore it, this video is for you. Because here's the truth most owners never realize. Your dachshund is reading you constantly. Every glance, every tone of voice, every time you pause at the doorway before leaving. Dachshunds are one of the most emotionally attached, people-bonded breeds on the planet, and the small things you do matter to them far more than the big ones. In the next few minutes, I am going to walk you through 14 specific, surprisingly small gestures that speak directly to a dachshund's particular temperament. Not generic dog advice, not things that apply to a Labrador or a Husky. These are tailored to the stubborn, velcro-loyal, burrow-loving, slightly dramatic little hound that is curled up somewhere near you right now. Stick with me to the end because number 11 is something almost every dachshund owner does wrong without realizing it is quietly breaking their dog's trust. Let's get into it. Number 1, let them burrow against your body and never disturb the tunnel. Dachshunds were bred to dig into badger dens, and that instinct never left them. When your dachshund shoves its nose under a blanket, tunnels behind your back on the couch, or wedges itself into the crook of your knees, that is not just cute. That is your dog returning to its deepest genetic comfort. The gesture of love here is simple. When they burrow against you, stay still. Do not shift, do not pull the blanket away, do not relocate them. Let them complete the tunnel and settle. To a dachshund, an undisturbed burrow next to your warmth is the ultimate signal that they are safe and that you are their den. Number 2, crouch down to their level instead of reaching down to them. Because dachshunds sit so low to the ground, the world towers over them constantly. When you bend at the waist and reach a giant hand down from above, it can feel oddly imposing, even to a dog that trusts you. Instead, lower yourself. Crouch, kneel, or sit on the floor and let them come up into your space. This tiny shift changes the entire dynamic. You stop being a looming shape and become an equal. Watch how much faster the tail goes when you meet them eye to eye, rather than descending from the sky. Number 3. Support their spine every single time you lift them. This one is love disguised as physical care, and it is breed-specific for a serious reason. Dachshunds are built with that famously long back, which makes them prone to disc problems. When you scoop your dog up by cradling both the chest and the hindquarters, keeping that spine level and supported, you are not just preventing injury. Your dachshund feels the difference. A secure, two-handed lift tells their nervous system that they are held, stable, and protected. A careless grab under the front legs leaves them dangling and tense. Lift them like the precious sausage they are, and they relax into you completely. Number 4, talk to them in a low, slow voice when they get overstimulated. Dachshunds are alarm dogs. That big bark in that small body exists because they were bred to sound off underground. When the doorbell rings or a stranger appears, your dachshund can spiral into a frenzy. Here's the gesture. Instead of matching their energy with loud corrections, drop your voice low and slow it down. Speak in calm, deliberate tones. Dachshunds are intensely tuned to your vocal pitch, and a steady, low voice tells them the threat is handled and they can stand down. You become the calm captain, and that builds a trust that loud commands never will. Number 5, give them a job to hunt for. Never forget that under all that charm sits a scent hound with a working brain that craves a mission. A bored dachshund becomes a destructive, anxious, barking dachshund. So hide a few treats around a room and let them sniff them out. Scatter kibble in the grass. Use a snuffle mat. When you give your dachshund something to track and find, you are honoring the exact purpose they were bred for. The satisfaction they feel after a successful hunt is profound, and they connect that deep contentment directly to you, the one who set it up. Number 6, warm their belly and feet on cold days. That short coat and low-slung belly mean dachshunds get cold fast, far faster than fluffier breeds, and they hate it. A shivering dachshund is a miserable dachshund. The loving gesture is to notice before they have to ask. warm a blanket slightly, offer a heated bed, slip on a little sweater in winter, and let them tuck their cold paws against you. When you proactively manage their temperature, you're responding to a discomfort they can't fix themselves. And that kind of attentive care is exactly how a dachshund learns you are truly looking after them. Number 7, respect their stubborn streak instead of fighting it. Let me be honest with you. Dachshunds are gloriously, infamously stubborn. That independence was bred in on purpose, because a dog working alone underground had to make its own decisions. So when your dachshund plants those little feet and refuses, don't turn it into a battle of wills. Instead, redirect with patience and a reward they actually want. Offer a choice rather than a command. When you work with their stubbornness rather than crushing it, your dachshund feels respected as the clever, willful creature it is, and cooperation comes far more freely. Number 8, keep one corner of the world predictable. Dachshunds thrive on routine more than the average dog. Sudden chaos and constant change rattle their nervous system. You don't need a rigid military schedule, but anchor a few things. Feed around the same time, walk a familiar route, keep their bed in the same spot. When you preserve a predictable rhythm, your dachshund moves through the day relaxed instead of bracing for the unknown. That sense of a dependable world built by you is one of the quietest and most powerful forms of love you can offer this breed. Number 9. Let them be your shadow without pushing them away. Dachshunds are the original Velcro dog. They will follow you to the kitchen, to the bathroom, to the mailbox, and back again. Some owners find this clingy and try to discourage it. Do not. This closeness is the breed expressing its core bond with you. The gesture of love is simply to allow it and to acknowledge them when they arrive. A glance, a quiet word, a hand reaching down. You do not have to entertain them every second, but letting your dachshund orbit you freely tells them their place by your side is never in question. Number 10. Protect them from the rough play of bigger dogs. At the dog park or in a multi-dog home, your dachshund is one of the smallest and most physically vulnerable bodies in the room, with a back that cannot take being bowled over. A loving owner stays alert. Step in when play gets too rough, give your dachshund an exit, and never force them to tough it out with dogs 3 times their size. When you consistently shield them from situations they cannot win physically, your dachshund learns that you are their guardian and that they can explore the world knowing you have their back. Number 11. Stop picking them up to remove them from things. Here is the one almost everyone gets wrong. Because dachshunds are small and portable, owners constantly scoop them up to move them away from something, off the couch, away from a guest, out of a room. It feels harmless, but to your dachshund, being repeatedly grabbed and relocated against their will erodes their sense of control and can make them flinch at your approaching hands. Instead, lure them with a treat, call them, guide them with your voice. Reserve the lift for genuine need. When your dachshund learns that your hands almost always mean safety and rarely mean unwanted control, your trust in you deepens enormously. Number 12. Slow down on the stairs and furniture. Those stairs your dachshund flies up and down every day are quietly hard on that long spine, and so is leaping off the high couch. The gesture here is one of foresight. Add a ramp or pet stairs to the bed and sofa. Consider gently slowing their stair habits. Carry them with full spine support on the steepest descents. You are sparing them future pain they cannot foresee, and although they may not understand the mechanics, they absolutely feel the comfort of a body that does not ache. That is love measured in years of healthy movement. Number 13. Read their tail and ears and answer back. Dachshunds are wonderfully expressive if you learn their dialect. That stiff, upright tail, those ears pinned or perked, the little play bow, the dramatic sigh as they flop down beside you, each one is a message. The gesture of love is to actually respond. When the play bow appears, play. When the ears go flat and they retreat, give them space. When they sigh and settle against you, settle too. A dachshund that feels heard, that learns its signals actually change your behavior, becomes a dog that feels truly understood. And there is no deeper bond than being understood. Number 14. End every day with quiet, undivided contact. After all the barking at squirrels, the stubborn standoffs, the tunneling and hunting and following you room to room, your dachshund wants one thing above all to close the day. You, fully present. Put the phone down. Let them climb into your lap or curl against your side. Stroke that long back slowly, speak softly, and just be with them for a few minutes with no agenda. Dachshunds bond deeply to one or two people, and these quiet end-of-day moments are the threads that weave that lifelong attachment. It costs you almost nothing, and to your dachshund, it is everything. So, there you have it. 14 small breed-specific gestures, from honoring the burrow and supporting that long spine, to respecting the stubborn streak, shielding them from rougher dogs, and ending each day with quiet contact. None of these take much time, none of them cost much money, but added together, they tell your dachshund something they will feel in every fiber of that little body, that they are safe, that they are understood, and that they are deeply, genuinely loved. If this helped you see your dachshund a little differently today, do me a quick favor, hit that like button because it genuinely helps more dachshund owners find this channel. Then subscribe and turn on the bell because we make videos like this every week dedicated to helping you understand the wonderful, weird, wiggly world of dachshunds. And before you go, tell me down in the comments which of these 14 does your dachshund love the most? Is your little one a burrower, a shadow, or a stubborn negotiator? Thanks for watching. Give your dachshund a gentle belly rub from me, and I will see you in the next one.